Hello everyone, I'm telling you today we are going for a marathon and I'm like, I'm not even breathing because each and every time I try to get a breathing space, stories are coming left, right and center. And as I was planning to do the Vinny story here, guess what? We've gone ahead to obviously getting more stories in here onto the Rokani Media Football. Breaking about Bruno Guimaraes coming in through from Tier 1 journalists as Fabrizio Romano goes ahead to repost the post saying that Arsenal and Newcastle are in talks to climax the deal of Bruno Guimaraes. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name and hope you guys are really having pure fun wherever you are. And this is the channel that brings you your latest news and information as far as everything is really concerned. So let's obviously get into this now. The first video I did today, I was asking myself whether Bruno Guimaraes had gone ahead to travel from Sao Paulo to Spain. And Jacques Ben has gone ahead to come up with the answer. And this is what Jacques Ben has gone ahead to tell us. Bruno Guimaraes left Brazil on Sunday, flew overnight, and will arrive with Newcastle in Spain shortly. Parties agreed to a delay of a few days, but the amended plan was to return for Monday. Bruno Guimaraes has never said he won't return or train as Arsenal work on finalizing an agreement. Now, confirmation from the guy known as Jacques Ben, and he has gone ahead to put out this update like 1 hour and some minutes back that he flew overnight and he's expected to be in Spain today. That is Bruno Guimaraes. And when he touches down Spain, we'll be letting you know that indeed Bruno Guimaraes has gone ahead, obviously touched down Spain. And he has also gone ahead to confirm to us that they had agreed, right? They had agreed that he returns on Monday, not on Sunday, right? So we wait to see whether he arrives today in the training camp in La Manga, that is in Spain, where the Newcastle players touched down on Friday, that is the 31st of July, or the day that put July to a halt in there for you. So that is one of the updates that have gone ahead to arise in here. Now, from there, we went ahead to obviously get another big update coming in through from a very huge, you can call him, from a very big source that is really very a source that is really very trusted. And he came up and told us the following. He goes by names of Luke Edwards, North football writer daily for the Telegraph, BBC. He told us that Arsenal have finally opened direct talks with Newcastle over Bruno Guimaraes. The Brazilian is due in La Manga later today and is expected to reiterate his desire to leave. So, that today, as Bruno Guimaraes is on plane to La Manga in Spain, Arsenal have gone ahead to open direct talks with the side of Newcastle. Meaning that there is a level at which we thought these talks had reached that it hadn't reached. But everyone is talking about 4 more talks. 4 more official talks, meaning that there might have been talks between intermediaries and some checks from the club of Arsenal, but they had not gone ahead to the level of really making official formal talks in there for you. So talks went ahead to obviously start, and an official formal bid was put in. That is it. An official formal bid was put in. And guess what? When the official formal bid was put in, this is what happened to the official formal bid that was put in by the club of Arsenal. Coming in through from Jacques Ben, Newcastle have turned down a new offer from Arsenal for Bruno Guimaraes as direct talks continue between the clubs. Negotiations remained advanced despite denials with add-ons under discussions in there for you. Now, the offer has been made official, right? And as it has been made official, right, Newcastle have come up and obviously rejected the first official offer that Arsenal has gone ahead to submit in for Bruno Guimaraes in there for you. And they're trying to really take these talks to a next level and see to it that they obviously get green light from the player. You understand? And we don't know how much Newcastle really want for Bruno Guimaraes. It might even go far to £100 million, because if you've not been able to convince a team to get you a player for £77 million, as it has been reported, then do you expect that to happen? If we are left with just weeks to the start of the season and the team is still hanging on what it wants. So, at first, Fabrizio Romano came up and said that Newcastle want £90 million for Bruno Guimaraes. And there is a source that came out and said they want £100 million. Now, the sources that came in from Liquipi said the deal is going to be closed at £77 million. And Arsenal might want to pay £80 million. Now, we want the biggest fly on the wall of Newcastle to come up and tell us what has been the offer, because we need to know how much was the offer that was put out that a side known as Newcastle went ahead to obviously turn down. Has it been 70? Has it been 70? 75? Has it been 80? We want to know really. And the information around the fee is really scanty. And that tells me that what I told you yesterday might be the biggest factor contributing to this, that the side of Newcastle doesn't want to reveal everything, not until they find themselves in a position of of bringing in a replacement for a guy known as Bruno Guimaraes. And I told you the two, one from FC Porto and one from Botafogo, that is Brazil. So, again, we are here to wait and see how things will pan out in this particular moment. For Fabrizio Romano, he has gone ahead to obviously repost this post that he really went ahead to make yesterday about Bruno Guimaraes to the club of Arsenal. It shows you that things are cooking. He said Newcastle have started plans to bring in a new midfielder with new coach Matthias Giselle involved, as Bruno Guimaraes is expected to become Arsenal player shortly. Have you heard? As Bruno Guimaraes is expected to become an Arsenal player shortly. So what does that mean? It means that the side of Arsenal are closing in, right? And I think we might be getting these stories from Newcastle trying to put out a very huge, it's called a clone, or a decoy for Newcastle to obviously get the deal of either Danilo Dan or the other guy who plays at FC Porto. You understand? So that's exactly what we are obviously getting right about now. So for me, my mind tells me the following. One, the deal is on. They might have already gone ahead to agree everything, but they are working on a replacement. These stories are decoys to see to it that Newcastle doesn't obviously get these players on a high. You get? They want to get these players on a low, and they don't want to obviously find themselves in a position of putting it in the limelight before they obviously secure the replacement. So wait and see how things pan out. A formal bid rejected by Newcastle, meaning that it's the official bidding level that we are at right now. When another breaking story comes in through, I'll come in through and obviously break it immediately. So guys, thank you very much for watching in through. Rokani David remains my name, and thank you for keeping it the Rokani Media Football. Continue to subscribe because we want to hit 30,000 subscribers in here for you. And as we speak right now, we are less by how many? We are less by is it 7 subscribers to hit 29,800. So please, on this video, let me return with the next live or the next recording when we've gone ahead to hit 29,800 as we walk the journey of 29,900. Then soon we'll hit 30,000 subscribers. I know by the end of this week, we would have gone ahead to hit that big milestone. Thank you, my mates. I'm out.